I'm Taimur Nabili with the main news on Al Jazeera. The Reuters news agency is quoting the Taliban, claiming responsibility for an attack on an international diplomatic quarter in Afghanistan. That's reported to have killed at least 3 people. The explosion happened outside the gate of the headquarters for international forces, one of the most heavily guarded areas of the city. The Defense Ministry is saying it was a suicide car bomb. The attack comes just 5 days before Afghanistan's presidential election. Our correspondent in Kabul, James Bays, sent us this report from the scene.
This bomb has taken place in one of the areas that should be one of the most secure areas of the Afghan capital. It's taken place outside the gates of the International Security Assistance Force, the headquarters of ISAF, the base to its commander, General McChrystal. The bomb went off, a very loud explosion which was heard across the centre of Kabul. I heard it as I was having my breakfast and rushed here to the scene, and it is a scene of devastation. I can see trees that have been brought down by the blast, a wall that's come down. We're being kept some distance back by security, but it is clear that the bomber managed to make it through the outer layer of security, which is provided by the Afghan security forces, and right outside the main gate of the military base. We understand from Afghan security forces that this was a car bomb, and the figures we have, the initial figures as to the casualties, suggest that 3 people have been killed and 11 injured. But I suspect those casualty figures will change. That's simply from one source in the Afghan security forces. No official figures released, because this has only happened in the last hour or so.
16 people have been killed in a gun battle between Hamas security forces and the followers of a religious leader. This took place in the Gaza Strip. The confrontation began after the cleric Abdel Latif Musa challenged Hamas by declaring that Gaza and all of Palestine is an Islamic emirate. This during his Friday sermon. US Senator Jim Webb is due to meet Myanmar's leader Tan Shwe on Saturday, making him the first senior US official to meet the top general. Webb is the first member of the US Congress to tour Myanmar in more than a decade. More on news stories and much more available at our website, aljazeera.net/English.